Attorney-client relationship is created by this ad.
And now, from the San Francisco Bay Area studios, KLOK proudly presents to you the prominent attorney Shaw Pirelli for the Shaw Pirelli Law Show, coming at you with over 50,000 watts of power. The Shaw Pirelli Law Show, where all your views matter.
Hello everybody. Assalamu alaikum, sastikar, namaskar to all the listeners. This is attorney Shaw Pirelli for the Shaw Pirelli Law Show, and today we're going to discuss a little bit about what's going on in immigration. What are we expecting? First of all, it seems like we're going to hear something about the H-4EAD in the next few days. There's a push from the government to take it away, but there's also a pushback from companies and from other organizations to actually not lose the H-4EAD. So let us hope people who are the businesses will win, not the government. And we know also Nancy Pelosi today had the longest speech, filibuster, on the floor to block the immigration issue. So, ladies and gentlemen, again, this is attorney Shaw Pirelli for a live law show today, and we are February 8th, 2018, and I have with me on the board Franco. And before I start, anything I'm telling you today is, of course, for educational purposes only. You shouldn't act or refrain to act solely on the information provided. You should contact an attorney if you have any questions. I don't remember if I said the disclaimer, but I'm saying it again. So, talking about, of course, about immigration, we'll be taking the course in a minute. The studio line is 408-912-5565, 408-912-5565, and of course, you can ask for any question when it comes to immigrations, whether it's family petitions, it is employment based, H-1B. We're in the H-1B season, and a lot of people are getting ready to file. And in fact, we're expecting a lot of application this year, and not as many, of course, as the preceding years, but we will still be expecting a lot, probably a lottery again. So we should all be ready for all this. So, ladies and gentlemen, I recommend that you pretty much if you need any help when it comes to immigration, feel free to reach out to us, 510-742-5887. And of course, 408-912-5565 is the number to the studio today. So let me start a little bit with H-1B, because H-1B right now is the topic. There's a lot of people are going to file on the new cap, but they also will be there will be also be issues when it comes to level 1. There are two cases that came out from the AAO, the Board of Appeal for Labor Administrative Appeals Office, basically where they pretty much cover the topic of the specialty occupation and level 1. Those two cases are very, very interesting, because what the court says is a level 1 doesn't automatically negate any specialty occupation, which was pretty much the position of the USCIS, which is a good news. But now the question, how do you use those cases? That's a different issue. Let me take one caller and then we'll talk about that. This is Shaw Pirelli. You're live on air. Hello? Hello, I will lose the caller. So, ladies and gentlemen, I apologize for that. Sometimes people call at the same time, so feel free to call the studio. The studio line today is 408-912-5565, 408-912-5565. I don't know, I'm saying it too fast, but I was talking a little bit about those cases that came out under level 1 wages. One is matter of B-C Inc., and another one matter of JS USA Inc. And that both of those cases, what they concluded is that the level 1 wages should not be determinative of the position of a specialty occupation. So, which is a good news, like I was saying. So people should be able to use those cases. Let me take the call again. This is Shaw Pirelli. You're live on air. Hello.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, I can hear you. Go ahead.
So I'm working with company A, reputed Indian MNC, and I have my H1 petition approved till January 2019, and then my company relocated me to the different state. That's Ohio, and earlier I was in California, and my company filed for amendment as well, but after two RFPs, my amendment got rejected. And now my company is trying to file a new amendment with same client with different location and LP. So I want to know, like, is there any risk involved here filing amendment again for the same client for which the rejection already happened?
Well, it all depends what was the reason. There's no risk really, but you have an issue already in the case because you probably in order for you to for the amendment to work now, you have to have returned back to the previous basically role or position or area, then refile this new one. The chances of denial now is higher because the reason is that you're already working for this different location. So, but it can be approved maybe if it is done under what we call consular processing. But it's very tricky. Yes, it can work. I've done this and it did work one time, but recently it has not really worked. So there's no risk of affecting your case worse than it is already right now, but the chances of approval is low, depending what was the reason really of the denial. So it's very hard to tell like that unless I see what was the exact reason of the denial.
Yeah, so when USCIS rejected, they put remarks saying that the position is not specialty occupation.
Okay, yeah. That's what I was talking about right now. So if a good analysis is done under the specialty occupation, you might be able to win it. So what needs to be done is a good analysis of that. And now what's happening with those two cases that just came out from the AAO, there might be situations where they will not be able to kind of use that as specialty occupation like a pretty much a go it for all, where they basically use it in all circumstances just to deny people. So hopefully now if your employer files and can use those two cases that came out, it might actually be helpful. But we unfortunately, until I look at the case completely, it's very hard to tell on the radio. But it's not going to hurt you if they file it, but we don't know if it will get approved if it is not done properly. Okay?
Okay, thank you very much.
Okay, good luck to you. So let me take another caller, Franco. This is Shapra. You're live on air. Hello. So we don't have any callers. So ladies and gentlemen, feel free to call. The number is 408-912-5565, 408-912-5565. And I'm talking about those two cases that came out, and there was a very good article by the attorney Mehta on this. And the case is a matter of BNC, and they basically talk about how the level 1 should not be the reason that the USCIS basically say that this is not a specialty occupation. So this is going to really kind of change a little bit and change the whole dynamic that we have with the immigration now when it comes to this level 1, which kind of should help us a little bit in the future. Let me take another caller. This is Shapra. You're live on air.
Hello.
Hello. Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Hi, good morning. My name is Arun. I have a quick question regarding H1B's validity. So I recently renewed my H1B and got that petition approved. Right now it's valid till 2021. But my question is, if I choose to relocate back to India next year, what would happen to that H1B? Would I be able to use that again if at all I have to come back at a later point in time within 2021 time frame, or how would that work?
How many years you use on the H1B so far?
No, it's just starting from March. From March of this year to 2021 of March, I have it approved.
Okay, no. How many months have you used it actually in all the time? So you use it since March, right? So March till now. So March of 2017 to now. So it's almost 1 year. So you used it.
No.
Yes, you can.
So my current H1B is valid till March of 2018. the new renewed petition is valid from March 2018 to March 2021.
Okay. So basically, you have used almost 3 years. You are left with another 3 years. Or how many years you have used in total since you got H1B?
This H1B was renewed based on my 140's approval. This is my 5th renewal.
Oh, okay. So that's why I was wondering. Okay, then if you have the I-140 approved, you can always revive it later. But they have not changed that law on that. So usually we tell clients to do it within 6 years. But yes, you can come back and claim the same cap exemption and use it. And you can even use the I-140 for a green card too if you get back your job with the company. Okay?
I see. And one quick question. So if at all I have to visit again, I was told that I will have to file like L1 or B1 visa instead of relocating if I have to visit to US back from India. At that point in time, when I actually process L1 or B1 visa, would my H1B become void or something?
No. The H1 is gone when you leave. What is still available is what we call pretty much the cap exemption. And plus, also, if they don't cancel the H1 from the company, you can still reuse it to come back on. But no, it doesn't go away. The cap exemption is still there. You just have to revive the H1 and then come back.
I see. Okay, cool. Thank you so much.
Good luck. Let me take another caller. This is Shapra. You're live on air.
Hi, Shah. I have a question. I have right now a 140 approved, and my H1 is extending on based on 140. So far, I did it 2 times. Currently, I'm going for the 3rd time this year. I have a question about earlier. My H1 is started with like a network engineer, like software network engineer. But currently, my position is assistant manager. So, is that it will be affecting, or is I'm concerned about it? Either it will be any trouble. Can you give some ideas about it?
Well, there's no real trouble because as long as you are in your field and you're qualified for it and it's in a specialty occupation, you can shift. Many people start maybe as a program analyst, then they go off computer engineer, then sometimes engineer manager, etc., etc. So it's not going to affect you on that. But what can affect you is ultimately on your I-140 and things like that. That's a different story. But bottom line, you're not affected by just doing this situation. So it's allowed to have a different job offer as long as you have the qualifications for it and it does qualify as a specialty occupation.
Okay. So I don't require to worry about when we go for a H1 extension?
You should not unless it doesn't qualify for any specialty occupation. That's a different story. It's not like changing the job. If the job does qualify in the specialty occupation and it's in your where you have a degree in it, it should not affect you. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
You're still cap exempt.
Thank you.
Okay? Okay. Good luck to you. Let me take another caller. This is Shapra. You're live in here.
Mr. Pirelli?
Yes, sir.
Hello, Mr. Pirelli?
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Yes, I have a few questions about the EAD card. I'm currently in a situation where I'm doing the adjustment of status pending the green card interview.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And I'm in the process. I probably should renew my EAD card. I'm currently employed, and I don't want to have the card expired. And last time I spoke to the USCS office, they're only processing the applicants for AOS like December 2016, so I don't want the EAD card to expire. How soon can I renew the card? How far out?
120 days before.
120 days before?
Yes. You can file a renewal of
because on the website it says 180 days, so I'm kind of confused. Is it 180 or 120?
It's usually 120 for EAD, but oftentimes they will allow you to file it at 180 days. But for EAD, it's usually 120 days.
Oh, so if I file it 180 days, would they reject the applicant?
No, they don't.
Okay, so I'd like to probably file 180 days out. The thing is that when I file the I-765 form, what items do I need to provide additional information? Do I have to provide photocopies, or not photocopies, passport photos, and pending the I-485?
Yes, you have to provide the same thing you provided when you did the EAD, when you did the I-45. So basically, you'll have to pictures, whatever is on the list of the EAD, and pick the wrong code, which is on the section of C code. Yeah, exactly. As long as you do
I
that,
have to still file passport photos, all the stuff that's required for an EAD renewal, even though the AOS has been filed, adjustment of status?
Yes. You have to, because you're renewing it. You don't have to provide the same documents you provided for the I-45, only the documents relevant to the EAD, which is basically the receipt of the I-45, your passport pictures, and also that's pretty much it. There's not a lot to provide in this case.
How long does it take to, once you file for a renewal of the EAD card, how long does it take to get it? Get it back?
Technically, it's supposed to take 90 days, but sometimes it takes a little bit more. But the average is between 60 days to 100 something days. That's it.
Okay, right. Okay, thank you so much, sir.
Okay, you should get good luck to you. Good luck. Let me take another caller, Franco. This is Sharper. Are you 11 here?
Hello.
Hello.
Raghav here. Hello.
Yes, this is Shah. You're live in air, sir. Go ahead.
Okay. Shah, I have a question for you. I'm on H1B for last 9+ years in Europe, and how does it work if someone on H1B wants to have his own startup? I know there is an entrepreneur H1B, which is a separate initiative, but I wanted to hear from you. So if you want to be a co-founder on a different startup, as well as you have your H1 job going on.
That's the tricky part, because there's no real provision for that. The provision that you're talking about for startups, this is a humanitarian parole kind of situation, where they basically let you stay here and file in what we call a national interest waiver down the road, etc., and give you 2 years to build the business. But that will have a problem. You'll have a problem in your case, because if you do that, then you pretty much you might affect the H1B, because a parole is given just for people to focus on their business. And this is a new program, and even Trump has been fighting it. It came out still, but nobody has really tested it. So that program is new, but it's been Obama proposed it. Then it was going to get canceled. Then there was a lawsuit, and it came back. So it's a parole. It's not really a status or anything. So I don't know if it will allow you to do it concurrently with the H1, because we don't have enough information on that for me to answer. But now the other option is, of course, if you go ahead, you have a company which is startup, has its own board, you can have a concurrent H1B with that company. And you can also own some kind of shares in it, that's okay. But if you're going to be actively working in that company, let's say it's called Company B, you got to have a concurrent H1B file with it.
Gotcha.
Okay.
And do you help with this kind of scenarios, Shapirali?
Well, I can help you with your H1B. Yeah, you can reach out, but I don't really help set up the companies, because we're busy with the H1B. But we can help you on the H1B side and make sure. We're so busy right now with immigration that even doing other areas is becoming tough. But we can help you, again, guide you what you need to do, and then ultimately to a consultation. And ultimately, if there's any work on H1B to be done, we can do it for you. Okay?
Gotcha. Sure. And what is the best way I can get in touch? Because I sent an email to info@sharpra. I never got the response back.
Yeah.
So
it's info@Pirali Law. Maybe you're sending on the wrong email. It's info@Pirali Law, not Sharparali. Info@Pirali Law. Or call the office. Yes. That's the best way. 510-742.
Okay, let me take a note. 510.
Yeah. Yes. 742.
742.
5887.
5387, is it?
No, 5887.
Yes.
Okay. So call the office, and then hopefully someone will pick up, and they will arrange for a consultation.
Sure.
Okay? Okay then.
Perfect.
Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Wish you all the best. Take care. Let me take another caller, Franco. This is Shapra. You alive in here?
Hi.
Hi.
Thanks for taking my call. I am on a L1A visa, and my visa got extended last September, and my I-140 also got approved last September. I filed my I-485 just January, and I got a receipt that, hey, your case is under progress last 15 days. So my first question is on the time frame about as per the receipt of 79C adjustment of status, which I received 15 days before. They mentioned that your case is in the process, you will go into biometrics. So how long can I expect for the biometrics? And just to follow up there, that does it mean that the case has already been reviewed, or it's actually will get reviewed now with respect to documents I submitted?
Yeah, let me answer one question at a time. Number one is the biometric should come right now. It's coming like 6 weeks, 7 weeks later, approximately. Okay, there's no exact. And then number two is the green card itself. If there's no high security check, or you don't go into secondary security check, you should clear it within 3 months to 4 months. And average time right now is 4 months to 6 months. Okay. Now, if you go an extensive security check, like I have a client right now where they went live, that can take years, but unfortunately, but it's like maybe only 5% cases go in there. So, and as for the security check, if they will also call you for an interview, because right now most of the cases are getting an interview. By the time they call you for an interview, usually the security check is done, but sometimes they don't, they forget, or they are too busy. So there's no way really tell. Most cases, by the time they call you for an interview, it's done. The security check is done. But that's not a guarantee. Just because they call you for an interview, the security check is actually done. So most of the time, everything will go around 6 months. But now we have another problem. That's where we are expecting. Because USCIS is overwhelmed, and they have to pretty much kind of do so many cases for interviews, cases for adjustment of status might take up to 8 months. Okay?
Okay. And between these time, I was thinking to go for stamping to, in Canada or India. Shall I make that travel, or I should just stay here?
No, don't go anywhere right now. Just
Okay.
your I-140 is approved. You're in a period of stay. Don't even just use your EAD as soon as you get your EAD. I hope you file the EAD.
Yep.
Don't travel right now. The only time you can travel is if you get an advance parole. You can travel on the L1A, but I don't recommend you to leave the country. There's no need for it. Wait for the green card.
Okay.
Right now. Okay.
Yep. And the last just on that. So from a timeline perspective, you're saying within let's say 6 weeks you may get a biometrics, and then if you are lucky, then you may get green card within 3 months. That's what you're saying.
Exactly. Yeah, but it will take a little bit longer now because of the interview. So be ready for that. Okay. Well,
thank you. Bye. Cheers.
Good luck to you. Let me take another caller, Franco. This is Shapra. You're live on air.
Hey, any update on H4 E80? What's going to happen or what's happening?
Yeah, I spoke about that a little bit earlier. There was an article where basically they kind of dig a little bit that Trump is trying to as fast as possible to take it away, but at the same time there are a bunch of companies which are really kind of fighting back, saying don't take away the H4 EAD. So we are going to expect a tug of war soon, but the publication is not yet finished. So this month, definitely we will know what's happening. So we're supposed to know, probably we will know today or this next week, we will know where they're going with this. But ultimately, like I said before, it will probably go away unless there's some major lawsuit. But the hope is that it will not go away right now, immediately. So let's watch. Today is the 8th, so we are expecting to have something happening in the next couple of days. Okay? We will know exactly what it's done. Good luck to you. Let me take another caller. This is Shapra. You're live on here. Hello. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, I apologize. Sometimes what happens with the lines, everybody gets at the same time, and the lines get clogged. So, if you want to call, the lines are still open, 408-912-5565, and I have Franco on the board with me, and we are talking, of course, about immigration law with Attorney Sharparali. And anything I'm telling you today is for educational purposes only. You should not act or refrain to act solely on the information provided. You should contact an attorney if you have any questions. If you want a consultation with our office, one of the attorneys, give us a call at 510-742-5887. 510-742-5887. And the number to the studio is 408-912-5565. 408-912-5565. And of course, we are talking about immigration, and I think we have one caller right now, Franco, right? Let me take another caller. This is Sharparali.
Sharparali?
Yes, sir. Hello.
Yeah. My question is, I've been stopped at the airport every time whenever I travel outside. But they didn't give me any reason why they were stopping me, and they used to take about half an hour to 1 hour to check everything, and finally they let me go. So they didn't give me anything why they are stopping me. Is there any way I can know what is wrong on my profile?
Not really, unfortunately, but let me ask you a few questions. If that's okay, you want to talk, otherwise you can call me in the office. But have you have any kind of criminal background? Have you ever been arrested? Okay.
No.
Are you from Pakistan? Are you from the Middle East? Are you Muslim?
I'm from India.
You're from India. Okay. Okay. So how many times they stop you? Every time, or it's like randomly sometimes?
No, every time whenever I went out, they checked and they said that USCIS, they did some mistake, they need to correct, and they did send a note to them every time, but they didn't correct that. So, and
what do you have?
Yeah.
Do you have a green card or you have a visa?
I have a green card.
You have a green card. Okay. When are you going to be eligible for citizenship?
Citizenship, I'll be eligible in another 3 or 4 months.
4 years or 4 months, you said?
4 months.
I didn't hear. Yeah. So when you file for your citizenship, things get clear, you should be okay. But until then, to really clear that, unfortunately, the system is already registering a mistake. And for them to really clean that, I've never seen them cleaning it because nobody wants to take responsibility to clear this. There was some kind of agency or group that was kind of fighting those, but they have stopped doing it now, I think. So at this point in time, the best is to get your citizenship, and then hopefully things will clear by itself. But really kind of communicating with them to clear, because you don't even know what's the problem, so it's very hard to ask them to clear it. They themselves, they might not know. It might be glitching only when you go to the airport with the CBP. So at this point, you can one thing you can do if you want, you can give it a shot. Where are you located?
I'm located in Fremont.
Fremont?
Yeah.
When was the last time? Which airport did you come by last time?
SFO.
SFO. Okay, so what you can do, you can go on Sampson Street on the 11th floor, I think. Go to the CBP office. And ask them if they can give you a clearance. Okay, ask them, there's some nice officers there, they might be able to clear it, but you have to go on the 11th floor of the CBP office on Sampson Street. Or just call them and see if you can get time. There's no appointment or anything, you just go out there and you talk to them, okay?
Okay, I'll do that. Thanks, Sharparali.
Good luck to you, sir. So, if I have another caller, Franco, this is Sharparali, you're live in here.
Yeah,
hello.
Hi, Sharparali. Hi. Thanks for the fantastic informative show. Actually, I have one quick question.
Sure. Thank you so much.
Yeah. So actually, it's regarding a I-140. So suppose I have a 140 with company A, and now the company B is again applying for I-140 separately. So I want to know, at a time, how many I-140 will be valid? Is it when we apply for new 140 from the new company, whether the previous will be valid or like all will be alive at the same time?
Okay, I-140 can be valid, several can be valid at the same time. You can, for example, let's say company A file one, then company B file one, then company C file one, and company A has not cancelled, and company B has not cancelled, and company C has not cancelled. Let's say the dates become current. You can opt to work with whichever company you want to work for. You can go back to A, you can work for B, you can work for C. So the only time it's not valid if the companies themselves they withdraw it, or it has been revoked by USCIS based on fraud and things like that. Otherwise, all of them are valid. If they want to take you, they can always take you in their company.
Okay. So means at a time, multiple 140 can be valid. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Good luck to you. Good luck to you. Let me take another caller. So this is Sharp, right? You're live on air? Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, we don't have more callers right now, so I'm going to talk a little bit about the issue I was talking about under H1B. So level 1 now is technically, according to the AAO, is not a reason per se. That means the only reason they can use to deny a specialty occupation. So this is a good news for us, but that doesn't mean if you're filing new H1B, you're just going to jump on those level 1. Be very careful, because I'm pretty sure they will file other reasons to deny those cases. So it's better not to take chances. However, there are laws now that, not laws, but case laws decided that are in our favor when it comes to level 1. So please check those cases, matter of B-C, and then the other case, matter of GJS USA Inc. On 1182139, a case ID. Double check those cases. So they are very interesting cases that covers the topics that we have been talking about for a while and people have been stressing about. So this is at least one good news coming from the AAO. Now let me talk about another thing that we're getting a lot of calls on, are those EB1 cases, because many people get confused how EB1 works. What is an EB1 of people of extraordinary abilities? There are a bunch of criteria and you have 3 of them. Most of the time people are stuck with publications. Although publications are very important, they are not indispensable to win a case. So it makes the case easier when you have them, but if you don't have them, we can still file the cases. We need to prove you are outstanding in your field and you have made a major contribution in the field. So if we can prove that and basically prepare a case to show that you are done, and EB1 there's no backlog, so we recommend people to go for EB1, at least do an assessment. You can call our office for that, 510-742-5887, 510-742-5887, and you can check on EB1. And also for national interest waiver, for those who are not born in India, national interest waiver is a very interesting application. Just to let people know, for EB1A there's no need for an employer, so you can file a self-petition, the same for national interest waiver. As for EB1B, which is for outstanding professors and researchers, those you need an employer. So it's important that you know that the distinction. And then of course EB1C for transferee of employees, executives and managers. So that's another EB1 which doesn't have a waiting time really. The good news with EB1A and B, it can be done under premium, and I'm very proud to say that so far, touch wood, we have been doing very, very well on those cases, and I wanted to congratulate the team for that. And now going back, of course, to all the issues that are affecting people, of course, the issue of the H4, which is really kind of stressing a lot of people. Where do we go from there? So we'll have to wait and see, unfortunately. I wish I had a crystal ball where I could predict how things will go, but I can only guess, do an intelligent guess. And what I think on H4 is that worst case scenario, what we're probably hoping that they will not take it away right away. They will let people who have it keep it until they, of course, they complete the entire time that is under EAD. So we are hoping on that. And again, I think we have another 10 minutes also to go, right, Franco? And I wanted to just tell you that the lines are still open, 408-912-5565. And this is Attorney Chaparral live today. We are on February 8th, 2018. And we have another 10 minutes or 11 minutes to go. So we wanted to, you can still call, of course, 408-912-5565. And if you want to check our website, attorneyonair.com, one word, attorneyonair.com or piralilaw.com, and the number 510-742-5887. I think we have one caller, Franco. Let me take the caller. This is Chapra. You're live in here.
Hi, my name is Ram. I want to know one thing. I mean, I am working at Company A, and my Company A has filed for my H-1B extension. At the same time, I got an offer from another company. So, I mean, can I change the company now? Is it right time?
So you file an extension with Company A. When is your original date expiring on the I-94 before the extension was filed?
It got expired in January.
It got expired in January. Okay. You can do what we call a transfer, but usually it's what we call a new employment cap exempt, and then you will have to do you might have to do consular processing if you're transferring to a second company. But since you have a pending extension, you can do what we call a piggy ride on it on a bridge. It's a little bit tricky though how it's done, but so the best is always to wait for the extension to get approved, then you file with B. But if you really need to file with B, what you need to do when you file a transfer to B, you need to ask your lawyer to request what we call a bridge. And what will happen, there are three outcomes that can happen. Number one, it gets approved under the bridge. That means you're done. And second, they might approve it, or if that doesn't work, they might approve it partially. That means they approve the fact that you are transferring as what we call a cap exempt, but they won't give you an I-94. In this case, once it's approved, you have to leave the country, get a stamp on your passport. If you don't have a stamp, come back, and at the airport they'll give you an I-94. And the third option, what happens, they deny it completely. So to answer your question, simple, yes, you can take the job, but you need to prepare the case properly so that you don't get stuck in the middle. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. Good luck to you. Let me take another caller, Franco. This is Chapra. You're live in here.
Hello.
Hello. How are you, sir?
Hey, hi. Good morning. I would like to talk to Chaparral.
Yeah, this is he.
Hey, hi. I have a question. So my passport is supposed to expire in April 2018. So while entering last year in the port of entry, they gave I-94 till April 20th, 2018. But I have a valid visa and petition till next year, December. And my I-94 with the old passport is expiring on April 20th. So what are the best way to extend my I-94?
Well, you can either just leave the country and come back at the airport. Now, you have a new passport, I assume now, right?
Correct.
You have a new passport. Yeah, so you can just leave and come back. You can go, and you still have a stamp on your passport, right? On the old passport, right? You still have a stamp there, right? Yeah. So you can use that. Just leave. You can even go to Mexico or Canada, come back, and at the airport they will give you the full I-94 up to the end of the 797. Or the other option, you have to file an extension to an I-29, and that's a little bit more longer to process and a little bit more expensive. The best is just to leave the country and come back at the airport. They give you a new one. The only time I will not recommend leaving, if your job is not really secure and things like that, then it's better just to file the I-129 extension here.
Okay. The job is secure, not a problem. So how about like going to San Diego? Is that also work? Just cross the border and come back?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You can go to Mexico. You don't go to San Diego. You have to leave the country. San Diego is still U.S. But after you're done, you just cross the way. I know, I'm just joking. So you can just go ahead and leave through San Diego at the border and come back. Okay? Okay.
Sure. Thank you so much, brother. Have a good day.
Good luck. Good luck to you. Me too. Let me take one more caller. This is Shapra. You'll have yeah? Hello.
Good morning, sir. How are you?
Good morning. I'm doing okay, sir. I'm doing okay. What can I do for you?
First of all, thank you so much for doing the wonderful show.
Thank you.
Quick question. What is the... I know, I'm sorry I missed the first part of the show, but what exactly the scenario for the H4 EAD status? There were like so many stories going on. I've been following with your shows and other stuff, but just want to get your opinion on that.
That's what we have been hearing. A lot of them is just hearsays, right? We are hearing people saying. What we are hearing is that they're trying to push to cut it off as soon as possible. However, what they have done, they have met with some resistance. There are a group of people and some congressmen and some other people, they are fighting them, like companies. They are saying, hey, you should not cut off the H4 EAD. So they're still in a dilemma right now. But we are expecting to get something on the OMB board in the next 2 weeks. So we need to really... Today we were supposed to know something, but at this point, there's nothing really concrete that I can tell you. Unless I have not checked anything. But I have checked my email. I didn't see anything. I would have gotten something. Right now, the only thing we know, it will go away probably. The question is that how is it going to go away? Will they snatch everything right away? Or will they give time to those who already have something to enjoy it and then after that cut it off? That's pretty much where we stand. But we know one thing is that they're trying to push quicker to get rid of it, but they're getting resistance, so which is a good news somehow. Okay?
Okay, sure. Thank you so much, sir.
Okay. Good luck to you, sir. Good luck. Thank you for your kind words. So, I don't know if I have more callers, Franco. This is Shapra. You'll have an ear? Hello? Okay. So, I don't think I have any callers, so I cannot take more callers now. We're going to wrap up, and then we'll have a meet after that. So, ladies and gentlemen, today we were talking, of course, about H-1Bs, H-1B season. If you're a company or an individual, you want to file it, please give us a call at 510-742-5887. We will give you a company bulk discount if you want us, because a lot of companies are shifting to us as usual. And of course, if you need any individual H-1B too, we can help you. We can also help you on all the other aspects of immigration, including family petitions, including asylum, including you name it. When it comes to immigration, we should be able to help. We will help you. The number to call to our office, 510-742-5887, 510-742-5887. The website is attorneyonair.com, attorneyonair.com, and again 510-742-5887. Wrap up, you know, also we do debt settlement. If you need any help on those where you're getting overwhelmed with debts, we can help you, and you can give us a call also on that, 510-742-5887. What we do is not debt consolidation. All we do is negotiate the debt, bring it, for example, you owe $10,000, we might be able to get rid of the debt for only $3,000 by negotiating with them. And that's just an example. And call us to assess your case, 510-742-5887. And before I wrap up, of course, anything I'm telling you today is educational in nature. You should not act or refrain to act solely on the information provided. You should contact an attorney if you have any questions. The number to our office, 510-742-5887, attorneyonair.com, attorneyonair.com. And thank you very much, Franco, for being with us today on the board. And we'll be back next week at the same time, 10 to 11. I'll let Amit continue. Amit, are you there?
Hi, sir. How are you?
I'm doing okay, Amit. I'm doing okay. Amit, you have 10 minutes to go, so I say good luck. Take care. We'll be back next week. Okay, bye.
Thank you. Thank you, Shah, and Sat Sri Akal, Namaste to all the listeners.